What was your take on the town hall? Which of the candidates stood out the most to you?
I thought that was the best I've seen Ron DeSantis. I think DeSantis is starting to find his groove. He's getting better at this. It was the best he's done on Ukraine and a number of other issues. I thought Asa Hutchinson is, he never was started, but he's done. That answer on the trans issue, he's done. Tim Scott, such a likable guy. Nikki Haley, very competent, very savvy. Both of them had the same polling problem, and it didn't change yesterday. Vivek, likable, but I don't know. I think he's trying to inspire, but I like him. But I think he's falling flat on the inspirational front, even though that's his main game. So I thought it was a DeSantis win.
That's really interesting, because my next question for you was going to be, I'm hearing all over the place that Vivek is the standout, Vivek is the best, and the DeSantis campaign is failing. What are your thoughts on that narrative? Not
based on yesterday. I think the larger narrative is that DeSantis has stalled, right? But it is relatively early, and he's got $150 million in his war chest. So it's too early to pronounce his campaign over. Having said that, it hasn't been gangbusters. He got sort of a false start with that Twitter Spaces thing. Mm-hmm. And he's not a natural retail politician. But if you watch the guy enough, I think eventually he will win you over. He's a little nerdy. He doesn't have Trump's charisma, but he's a smart, technocratic, get-her-done kind of guy. And I really think the number one thing he needs to do is get himself in front of adversarial liberal media and fight. That will send – look what happened with Kari Lake, who, with respect to Kari, doesn't have 1/10 of his accomplishments, at least in the legislative field or in Republican politics. And so if he could just get in front of these, go on MSNBC. That's what I would tell him to do.
MSNBC, that's your top choice?
Do it, or meet the press. Any show on CNN. Everybody is left-wing other than sort of Fox and digital media. So take your pick. But he should get out there and fight.
All right. I was going to ask you which network he should go on. MSNBC is probably the best one.
Why not just go for it? Like, go on Joy Reid.
What about The View?
Oh, that would actually be spectacular. Insufferable. They're just who can watch them? You'd have to do it if you were on there, but it'd be a tough, tough nut to crack. Anyway, he should do something, or all of it. He needs to do something to change the trajectory. And what do people love about Trump? He's combative. He never backs down. He gets in your face. DeSantis has that too. He just hasn't been putting himself in the situations where he could show it.
All right. If we have time for one more, I'd love to ask you, which of the candidates do you think is coming out the strongest on the woke ideology, gender ideology issues?
Well, it's obviously DeSantis, because he's actually fought the fights. He's actually fought the fights down in Florida. Vivek's done a lot of work on it in terms of writing books and so on, but he hasn't actually done anything as a legislator because he isn't one. But right now, you'd have to give that to DeSantis. I don't think there's actually even a clear second.
All right. Thank you so much.